I'm Betty. Welcome to my kitchen.
Welcome to our family pub. One of the great British foods is fish and chips, what we call French fries. Of course, the way the Brits make it, it's dipped in batter and deep fried. And while I can't deny it is absolutely delicious, it's pretty high in fat and calories. So I've devised a way of enjoying this treat. Not that it's going to be diet food, but certainly not with the impact of the traditional fish and chips. Let's go to the kitchen. I allow one russet potato per person. As you can see, it's peeled. What I'm going to do is cut it in slices. Oh, and that one has a little bad spot in the middle. Okay, then just slice it to the thickness that you like. And I'm placing them in a non-stick baking pan here. Just get rid of that little bad part in the middle. And what I'm going to do now is just sprinkle these with a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. And using my impeccably clean fingers, give them a toss. And just line them up a little bit so that they have a chance to brown in the oven, which I have set at 375 degrees convection. If you're not using convection, you'd want to have your oven at 400 degrees. And these will take approximately 20 to 25 minutes or so. So these are going to go in the oven. While our chips are cooking in the oven, we'll get our fish ready. And what I have here is a little over half a package of Ritz crackers. You can use any buttery cracker, but I've been using Ritz for a long time. A New England friend taught me this, and we've grown to like it very much. So I'm just going to give these a few whacks and then roll them to crush them. And I'll just crush these. You just want a nice, fine, even crumb. Good, and now I'll just pour these out onto a sheet of wax paper. Now I'm going to get my egg ready because first, of course, we'll dip the fish in egg and then in the crumbs and then onto a baking sheet. We just want to whisk this egg until it's all nicely blended. There. And I'm also going to spray my cookie sheet with a little olive oil cooking spray so that our fish doesn't stick. All right, I've got 4 small pieces of flounder here, which look really nice at the market this morning. They're quite small. In fact, together they only weigh half a pound. So I'm using 4 pieces. We'll just dip that in the crumbs. Make sure that's all nicely covered. And onto the baking sheet. And I'll repeat that with the remaining fish. When we travel to Scotland, we make a positive pilgrimage to a fishing village called Eyemouth, where we go to a little shop called Jacopazi's, which serves gelato and the most wonderful fish and chips. The fishing boats come in right across the street from the restaurant, and as I always tell my friends, I think the fish is still wiggling when they dip it in the batter. It's so fresh and so delicious. But that's a once-a-year treat. Now these will just sit on the baking sheet until I can see that the fries in the oven are almost ready, because this fish is only going to take about 5 minutes to cook because it's quite thin, as you can see. And that's all the time it will need. So that can just sit there and wait for our chips to be almost ready. That's good. What a clever girl. What a clever girl. I think that needs a treat, but I'll have to get it in a minute. Just before I put this fish in the oven, I like to spray the top very lightly with some olive oil spray. It just helps give the fish a nice crisp coating on top. My chips are just, I would say, about 4 or 5 minutes away from being done. So I'm going to put this in on the top shelf and time it for 5 minutes. Our non-traditional fish and chips are all ready to go with the addition of some homemade coleslaw and, of course, a pint of the best British. We're enjoying this, incidentally, in our pub that my husband built with his very own hands, built and designed. I hope you'll enjoy this treat.